She gave it up at the very end.
To put a capstone on the inaugural Noche.
She gave it up at the very end, Shevchenko.
Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko.
The last 2 minutes of the round number 5, a round in which she needed to win to actually secure the fight. For one, it was a close fight. Let me say it this way. TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360. Let me mute this. Round number 1 was to Valentina, former champion Shevchenko. Due to round number 1 of a 5-round fight in the case of the UFC and boxing as well. It's more of a feeling out round. But Shevchenko was the more technically sound, fighting at a distance. Grasso had issues in round pretty much throughout the fight, really finding her range. Round number 1, I gave to Shevchenko. Here's that, some highlights here. She got dropped big time in round number 2. I'm gonna show you that highlight, meaning Shevchenko. I apologize if I can't show these highlights continuously. If you don't know how UFC works, they will take your content down big time. They will take your content down. So let me say this before we listen to the interviews. Grasso needed round number 5 to win. Both fighters needed round number 5. Round number 1, Shevchenko. Round number 2, because she dropped Shevchenko, I gave it to Grasso. Round number 3, Grasso almost got her ass choked out, survived big time, highlight type of survival. And then round number 5, Shevchenko's controlling the fight from the distance. And I'm thinking, okay, cool. Box, you know, keep it at a distance. You're the better overall technical fighter. She tries to go for a headlock and then ends up being taken down. And Grasso ends up controlling the last 1 minute, 45 seconds or so of the last round, sealing the round for her. A third fight immediately. I'm not, you know, Manon Farrow or Blanchfield. I think them two personally should fight each other, but likely one of them is going to get the title shot next. Let's turn it up. Listen to the cards. Please take your time out. Drop a like. Doesn't take too much from you. Subscribe. I'm on Twitter at TstreeT Controversy. Here is my profile. We're going to listen to the cards. That's me. Also, the link is down below in the description box. Let's turn it up. I think Shevchenko knows she lost it, but it was a close fight. Let's turn it up.
Gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. Junichiro Kamijo scores the contest, 48-47. Grasso. Saldiamato scores it, 48-47, Shevchenko. And Mike Bell scores the contest, 47-47. Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is considered a split draw. And still, the undisputed UFC
at least the right person.
champion of the world, Alexa Grasso.
At least the right person. I mean, at least she got to keep her belt, in my opinion, because there's no way she lost that fight. A draw, okay.
Alexa Grasso.
Let me see if I can find the scorecards.
How good does it feel to fight for your championship on Mexican Independence Day?
Gracias a todos por venir. ¡Viva México!
A draw. Did you think that you had done enough to get the victory? And were you surprised that there was a draw?
Well, I did a lot of damage. All my punches were harder. And yes, I'm the winner.
But it was a draw. Let's take a look at the fight here. You guys put on a phenomenal performance. You guys are going back and forth. When you walked to the center, did you feel like you had done enough, especially with the way the fight ended in the 5th round with you on her back?
Well, yeah, I think I was very close all the time, just doing a lot of damage and always trying to submit it. So yeah, I think I did enough.
This was the fight that you were expecting from the former champion. You guys have a great rivalry. Would you like to do next? Would you like to fight her again to try to put an end to this rivalry?
Well, it depends. You know, I have to talk with my coaches and with my manager, and let's see what's next.
You are a phenomenal champion. You represent your country in the UFC well. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Alexa Grasso. Guys, I'm here with the former champion, Valentina Shevchenko. Valentina, another very competitive fight. Did you feel like you had done enough to get the victory?
Yeah, I think it really was 3-2 in my side, but judges, I think, felt a little bit like pressure because it's kind of like Mexican Independence Day. That's why they give one more to the Mexican fighter.
You made a lot of adjustments before this fight. Was this the fight you expected with Alexa Grasso?
I feared, but I was expecting the battle, and I went like through the war. I fought to the end, till the end, and I think I did enough. In a fair fight, in the fair competition, victory would be mine.
You have always been a great champion. What a phenomenal performance. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the former champ, Valentina Shevchenko.
All right, so a lot to digest there.
It was a close fight. And for her to say, you know, basically saying it's because it's a Mexican crowd, Mexican Independence Day. Also, as you can see, they got their own little Mexican belt that they ripped off from the WBC. You know, but it was a close fight. And in my opinion, she lost that fight. Whoa, hey, let's look at the judges' scorecards. Here we have them on the screen. I had to pause real quick. So let's see. Mike Bell gave round number 1 to Shevchenko. Me too. Round number 2 to Grasso, me too. Round number 3 to Shevchenko, me too. Round number 4 was Grasso to me. And round number 5 was Grasso. So he's the one that had it a draw. Sal D'Amato, so basically all 3 judges gave round number 1 to Shevchenko. 2 of 3 of the judges, Sal D'Amato and Junichiro Camajo. Both of them gave number 2 to Grasso, but all of them gave number 2 to Grasso. Number 3, all of the judges gave it to Shevchenko. Number 4 is where the controversy comes in at. Mike Bell gave it to Shevchenko. Sal D'Amato gave it to Shevchenko. And Camajo gave it to Grasso. All 3 judges gave round number 5 to Grasso. But wait, there's a 10-8 here for Shevchenko on Mike Bell's card. Let's listen to this.
So, Valentina Shevchenko would be a two-time UFC flyweight champion.
This is the thing, I don't know, like, at least their name's up there, I'll give it that. At least we're putting Mike Bell so that we could say, okay, Mike Bell, I don't know what you were watching that made it a 10-8 round in the 5th. Like, what is that about? What was that about? I don't understand, but at least your name's up there, Mike Bell.
That wasn't a 10-8.
So, Daniel, we talked about round 4. You see Junichiro Camajo, round 4 for Grasso. Sal D'Amato had round 4 for Valentina Shevchenko. Now, oftentimes, if you believe a fighter is really close to finishing a fight, maybe you're liberal with the 10-8, but that Mike Bell in round 5 is an absolute stunner for me, boys.
Yeah, stunner.
Big time stunner. We got to figure out, I mean, well, we can't get to talk to or hear hear from the judges, but that's a big deal. But on my cards, I had it round number 2, 3, and 5 for Grasso. And if you want me to be honest, this was a fight that Shevchenko, I'm not trying to take anything away from Grasso, especially since I identify as a Chicano. It's 2023. Don't get canceled. I can identify as what I want to. So Mexican Independence Day, of course, I want to go, with my people. But at the end of the day, I feel that Shevchenko is just overall the better fighter. But Grasso just has her number. Like, does that make sense? Shevchenko is the better overall skilled, technical fighter. But when it comes to Grasso, she just can beat her every time. Or, make sure it's a tough night every time. And in the third fight, I would favor Shevchenko again if they ever do fight again. But I would say, Grasso was dangerous. But in my opinion, she beat her twice already. You know, first fight of Nick Crank back in March. I can't believe it was that long ago. And then in the second fight in a very close decision. But even though it ended in a draw, I'm glad that the right person, she got to keep her belt. Take your time out. Like the video, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter or X. Well, I'm not saying it. It is Twitter at TstreeT Controversy. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.